What is this? Right. Na, 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 na. I don't know if my microphone is on. Let me check. So hello to anyone who'll be watching this. I've been absent for a while because I didn't want to make. I had some struggle in my trading and didn't want to put people on the spot with my struggles. Okay, so this is gold. Why are you here? This is this. So gold came down a bit. Gold have been in a coming up for a while. Here I was expecting gold to reverse. You see the large boxes that's here. That was for me the 1, 2, 3 swings that I was expecting to the downside. Didn't happen. So we kept going up, and after making new swings to the upside, there's one here, there's the second one there, there's the third one here. This is the fourth one, large swing. We see now some down move coming from the last up move, right? So let me see. So yeah, I thought my group. I was mostly AFK the last few weeks, but I told my groups that we would be probably able to find to get below this low. Why? Because this is a zone that's at the top of this range. It's just above it, and price bounced into it, like came close to it, bounced into it, came back up, and what do we know about a high that puts in a low, and a low that puts in a high lower than the previous one? Yeah, this has to get cooked. So I was telling people that we would go below here, and then I would be looking for longs once we get below. I didn't take any long yet in here. No shorts actually. My targets was this. I entered in the trade multiple time. Here, closed there, and re-entered there and there, targeting this. Only issue was the swing count was almost exhausted, but the narrative was on my side. And look like price still want to go lower. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me check. What's up? What's up, Doa? How's it going? Um, Not much. We're just back swimming. We're just back swimming. I had to be on myself for a while to regain like confidence in my trading and stuff, because I did some crazy stuff trading wise, and now I'm back. Now we're good. We're feeling great, and I can explain price with confidence again because I went through it and I back tested a bit, right? But the days was some hard days. I can tell this. I can tell you. Let me check. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So yeah, I'm looking at gold right now. I've been trading gold and GU. I was in that long yesterday. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago? Yeah, it was Monday. I was that long Monday, which is pretty much looking the same as look. So we have a low here that's on the top of the previous range, which is there, right? And this low made the high, that made the low, that made her high, a high. But as Dave say, we can see a rounding happening in here. So price make a high close to it, then make a high lower. I put up some sort of trend line. Just it's a line that and help me see that price cannot break higher, right? So I was expecting this low to get taken. Once we get that low taken, we tap into something that's on the top of the previous range. You can say as a support or something like this, and price giving us a flip on the lower time frame. Let me check something real quick. Give me 1 second. Where is this? Should all right. Wait. So here we go. So yeah, here is the flip. So we get below the support that's here. So 15 here. We get below it, and then price it's giving us a clear flip. So giving us a first up move that's here, then a down move, then we come up and close above it, which make something like this a week, right? Price come in this. This is my zone, right? At the 50% we get a double bottom, and price on it was Asian. Yeah, it was Asia. Start running up. So I participated in for 8 hours something on personal account. I'm running up a small personal account, following Dave advice. Yeah. So basically that's it. I didn't trade in Q for a while now because I needed to be on my own, and the people I'm following either streaming on or so are always talking about NQ, and I didn't want anyone to alter my bias. My bias is mine, and what I do is what I think will happen. What I see is most likely to occur. Look like we're looking for this low, but you see here we have somewhat of the same situation. The the low are getting close one to another. There's a low here. There's a low there. So even if price get below, unless it gives me a strong low somewhere here, if price gets here and starts reversing, I'm more likely to be looking for longs in there than short coming down again. So yeah, that's what I see. you're not really active again. Yeah, same. Just doing it back testing. But I'll be more active soon. Yeah, I agree about glad to see you back. And is this Cbit? I don't know what where Cbit where. I don't know. I don't trade Cbit. You have to ask Dave though. I don't really trade Cbit. I know the concept, but I don't. Since I'm not using it, I don't. I'm not ready to tell you. Yes, this is that, and this is this, and ending up not being it. The only future guy I know is really yes. I wonder why people love NQ so much because NQ got a lot of volatility attached to it. It's and Twitter like it, which makes sense. But I needed to be on my own and to think to only process my information uh, and be like responsible for it, right? Only me, not because Dave says something or because this guy on Twitter says this, and then I'm on NQ trying to long where I was thinking about shorting, so that's why the main reason why I'm on some other players right now is the building of confidence of my own on my own trading, I see. I've tried to see if you understand it, but I don't. So I'm not sure. Okay. I really don't trade Cbit, so I wouldn't be the guy you should ask. But Cbit, in from what I understand of it, let's say there's a down move here, and price come and close above. Price come and close here. So this is a down move, right? And price go here. When price retest here, there is a zone on top of here that can send price back up here. It doesn't have to take this high, might fail there and then coming back down, but this is my understanding of Cbit. But take this with a pinch of salt because I don't trade Cbit once again, so I'm not an expert doing so. So yeah, this is what I understand of what Cbit should be, might look like. So yeah, here we have a kind of easier range. I can see price rounding below, um, but if we get there and we get a nice flip, longs, right? And here all the way for shorts. The blue box that's here and the yellow box that's there are the TBR. So this is the 9 a.m. one and this is the 3 p.m. one. Right? So 9 a.m. one get created. We come and close below right here, I guess. Let me check. Yeah, we close below. We come and close below here. Get back in. Find a nice short coming from this TBR again. That's all I see. So yeah, we'll just wait. Let's see how many swing we get on this downturn. We got a up move there, another one there. So let's say 1, 2. That's the third one. If we get below here, that will be the fourth one. Yeah, longs are likely here. Now let's see if we got some higher time frame POI right there. You could argue that this is check. I'll be next stream. I'll be using the indicator. I just wanna draw everything myself today. I'll be using back the indicator on the next stream. So if price keeps showing, we might find some move back up from tapping up. Yeah, the 50% seems likely. Look, there's a TBR into it, but already mitigated, so we don't use it as TBR. But all right, let's get going. Yeah, this is basically what I see. Structure wise, what happened here? There's a high. Yeah, that's within a low there. Anything in between is just a range, right? So we price turn back when we yeah, price turn back right there. Came and swept that high that you could argue is a flip, but it isn't, because this high didn't put any low before this one was created. So this is an inside high, not a flip. We would need this high to get taken in order to flip on this time frame, right? It is what it is. Let's see. So we expected any news tonight. Let me check economic calendar. Uh, this is screen complete. couldn't see the right part of it. I'm sorry. I'm just let me fix this like this and perfecto. All right. Which one is what? This is weird. Look like is the video okay? Seems like I have some issue with the stream. Interesting. So in here, what do we get? Nothing. Price pretty slow as of now. 6B is GBP USD. It's the future contract of GBP, the pound versus the US dollar. Um, check. I was expecting this to happen, but for this to happen, we need some more confirmation. So we get below that low, we get back into this range right here. If price fails there, we can see some continuation to the downside. If not, price can keep going up from here. Um, Sweep that, sweep. Once we get above a higher time frame high, a range happen. This is the range. Range takes highs and lows. We took that low, right? We came back in the range again. We would need some confirmation to the downside for it to happen, but I was expecting this, and I would be participating in if I see something that's look like there is some continuation to the downside. So narrate what happened here. Not much. Price made a zone. The zone is this actually. You could argue that this is that, but the zone is this. Close below. Come back in. We have some rejection at the 50%. We swept the high, the that's at the low at the bottom of the range, right? So we close below, we come back in, get above the high that's at the bottom of the range, and once we do this, price rejected in between the 50 and the 70%, right? And giving us this nice down move right here. Let's see where this go, right? I would expect price to give us a 1-to-1, so to get here, and then I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, this is basically what I see. Oh, let Tesla. I bought some spot spot on Tesla in here. As you can see on the daily. Oh, here we go. When I bought Tesla around there, Elon Musk was at the White House doing things, and people were like tagging his car, um, saying he's a Nazi and stuff. They told me Tesla would go to would go bearish, right? But I counted my swing going down, and I was like, okay, this seems like a nice place to buy. Even though I would expect some, I was expecting price to get lower, be below my stop loss. Actually, I don't have a stop loss on this particular execution because it's a spot execution I just bought. I don't know how many shares, like one share or something, like $400. Yeah, one share or something. And when I did, I was expecting a new low, but for price to ultimately come back up, giving us the 1-to-1, because this is the first large swing that price is giving us, and this is top of the range. This is bottom of the range, and the yellow box that is here is like my SNDR, if I can say so, something like this, right? But I had no reason to believe that we would go down and down into those lows. This is is what I did when I was seemingly AFK, and yeah, can get a look at Bitcoin, but I was expecting Bitcoin to get lower, to get inside here. I say that in the previous stream. I said that in the previous stream. I stated that in the previous stream, actually. Just I was expecting this because wait, give me 1 second, please. Gold broke that low. My phone rang. Let me see. So we get below. This is the 1 minute. So yeah, either a strong low, something way below, but if price start to reverse here, we most likely get into the top of the range again before seeing another move to the bottom of the range. Yeah, that's great. I don't know. 2 minutes to the close. So even though I thought this was a rounding, if price give me a close way below here, um, I'll just watch it keep going down and not forcing in any longs. Yeah. Maybe we can find something at the 30% of that zone. Most likely in the lower portion, there is likely an up move that's coming up. Even if we slated to get, let's say price is going to get that low, right? Even if we slated to get that low, there's a high probability that in between here and there, we get some move back up, failure to get down again. I use those days I use some line like this, like trend line, you could say, you could call this trend line, people call it trend line, just to magnify breaks. So price get below the line. As I stated before, I was in the short coming from here, right, to get the low that's here. Price get below, we giving us a confirmation, get back in, wick above the line, and we can see a strong down move to the downside again, right? So the same will close. That's nice. Price is still So yeah, first and foremost, to know where you are in the trend, you should count your swing. We have one large one here, a second large one there. That's two on the way down. And on this leg, the leg that's here, from this high to that low, we get one swing, maybe two. I need to see on the lower time frame what this is. So we get one, two, three. I'm not sure about that one. I will check on the lower time frame. Three. Yeah, this is basically what I see for now. Just watching price coming into those lows. It's been a while. As I was saying before, the drawing that's here is from February, and those boxes was what I was expecting because I was counting my swing on the way up here, and I was like, yeah, price went up and up and up and up and up and cool, cool, cool. And when I saw a sign of failure here, I was like, okay, this will be the first up move. The second one will be probably of the same size, and we get a third one, and then I don't know what price will do. And when we get the third one, we get the zone that's on top of the range. I'd say magnify this for you. That's on top of this range. We get a sweep of that zone, tap back into something like here, like that's looking like an MM or something like, and maybe some flip. So I was expecting to be able to short to those to here, right? Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I got stopped a bunch of time in this, and I let I didn't trade gold for like a month or so, 2 months, and I came back to this kind of price action after Trump made the market do something. I guess like when I say do something, it just added volatility because it speaks a lot, and to witness that we close below that week, price come back up, swept the inside high. That's here, a bunch of inside high. The top of that zone is a week. You have to know that, right? I'll show it to you on the higher time frame. And price failed here, making a lower high, and we can see some down move. So we're just counting the higher time frames. The, my only regret is I wasn't paying attention enough here when this happened there, because once we break below that low, the week that's here. Let me magnify this for you. Once we get below here, on the retest, there is some kind of SND or something here. I could have taken a trade here and flip at break at BE and ride it, just ride the wave, right? That would have been ideal. What I did was suboptimal, I guess, because I was shorting here, which is we felt like shorting at the bottom of the range at time, but the narrative was telling me that we would go below that low. That's why I was sold for it, at least. So I acted upon. Let me check. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. See here, there's prices. Price was giving strong low, so this high, there's a low. There's a high. That's not about a structure for sure. But there's a low. There's a high close to that one. I thought we would go above this because this is not a part of structure, and it's like it's giving us a low. This is weakening, but finally giving us a low there, and then this price is doing this, which means we may find a move. Oh, let me see. Like, hmm. Interesting enough, is this candle above the previous bearish one? 31661. 31661. This is a perfect equal high. This is crazy. Let me check. There it is. Crazy. Okay. So yeah, this is usually leading to a rejection. This like price not being able to put a new low. We'll see. Um, we will see. Get rid of this. As I was saying, about my supposedly rounding here. If price goes way below it, doesn't validate my idea that price is trying to trade higher from here and then lower, right? And even if I find a long from here, I'm not targeting the high. I'm targeting something inside because we are still bearish. I'm gonna go, but if you're still here in an hour, so I hop back on. I probably won't be here. I will. I'm trying to make more streams as of now, but I probably won't be here in 1 hour. I'll do something else. Just getting back in, you know. Price is still moving down. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is a high close, high close. This candle didn't even put a low. This candle put a low, yeah. Shadow low on the 5 minute. Are close to one another. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking look like stairs, something, and then price tap into something below, get above the staircase, or right below the last high. That's something targeting something like this, and then get down again. Alright, just close this. Mm. Let's see when the swing goes on this leg. Is this? Yeah, it goes down, up, three. This one is eh. The last one that I mailed out is like meh. Not really a swing that I'd say that I would rely on. the third thing that I'm at, I'll go to mark loud. Make this one. Game 49. This is a nice move that we got here and go. It's a lot of points. So yeah, as I was saying at the start of the stream, so I was pretty sold on this low coming off the low, the low of that box. On the left here, it's kind of a MM or something like this, and once we get below it, I was telling my group that I said in the group that I would be looking for longs below, right? I didn't take any longs, but it was a place that we could find. Where is the indicator? Give me one sec. TBR. So we had some up move right here, right? And so the highs made the low here. Anything in between that high and that low is a range. Price came back up, swept the inside low, the inside highs, sorry, tapped into what you can say is a wick. It's up there, here, and then make a low high, like it did on the higher time frame up there. I'll show you later, and start running lower, just moving. I'm giving us a nice short. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Check. What do I have? 6B. Not moving much. Yeah, Forex kind of slow right now. Is in station and go back to gold. Alright, so that's it for, I mean, I'm waiting for target right here. And then that'll be it for me right now, and I'll do something else and be back later on. was about to stop me because I trailed on the way down. Yep, yep, yep. I'm about to get stuck. Let me check. All right. Let's see. Oh, close above this. Tap back in. We may get to see some pullback, sizable pullback before price making a new higher time frame swing, right? When I say higher time frame, I don't mean the large one like up there. I mean something close to the size of the of those swing. This one here and that one there, which make us two. It's a possibility. So I did not get stopped as of yet. No, we some mosquitoes in my room. Let's see if we get to my target now. Right before target, price enter into a range, you know. So will it stop me or will it get to my target? Do I care? Not that much because my stop is largely in profit, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Look like we're getting stopped here, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this up move, I expect him to go here. So on this good road, I'll let you go. I'm just gonna close the stream and I'll be back later on, right? Have a good one. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in. Actually, thanks for coming in. Wang is back though.